What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Jay
You
Leno.
want Valorant skins.
I am Jay Leno doing our weekly updates for September the 25th. If this is your first time on the show. We start off this stream with our weekly comic book releases that's coming this week. Let's see what we got shaking. As well, actually, what I'm going to also do this time around, which I should have been doing for viewers, I am going to put my Discord link. Let's see here. If I can find out how to do it. There we go. I'm going to put my Discord link in here in the chat real quick. Let's go. Let's get it. Get it. There we go. And whop. All right, put the Discord link in there. Boom. All right, we've got that. Okay, everybody. Let's get to scrolling. All right, so this week we have Detective Comics issue 1074, Action Comics 1057, Ultimate Invasion issue 4, Green Arrow issue 4, The Avengers issue 5. We have The Avengers Annual also releasing. We got a new Flash series started. For all you Flash fans out there, it's always good to start a series off. Now's the perfect time. We've got also the Invincible Iron Man issue 10, the Immortal Thor issue 2. Let's see here. Thor is always a character to grab. I personally don't like Thor, but they introduced a lot of OP characters through Thor's stories. A lot of interesting introductions. I think I definitely like the prior Thor series that had came out. That I believe that was the first time introducing the Black Infinity Stone that was forged by Bor and Odin. If you get a chance to look that up, pretty much you'll search YouTube for Black Infinity Stone. Moving on, we've got Harley Quinn issue 32. We've got Batman the Brave and the Bold issue 5. We've got Void Rivals issue 4, Monsters 48, Unstoppable Doom Patrol issue 6, Batman Catwoman the Gotham War Red Hood issue 1. I'll be grabbing that. Now I'm confused. So okay, so it's Batman and Catwoman Adventures, and they had their first issue 2 weeks ago, when it was just Batman and Catwoman. So now it's a new series with the Red Hood. So I'll be grabbing that as well. Star Wars Dr. Aphra, issue 36. And for you Blade fans out there, we have issue 3 of Blade as well. We've got Jean Grey, issue 2. Moon Knight, The City of the Dead, issue 3. Mrs. Marvel, The New Mutant. I got the first Mrs. Marvel Mutant. I might do two. I just wanted the first issue that they had of her, because that was the first issue they had after her death. So I might consider. I think I did grab the issue where she actually died as well. Just for reselling purposes. We have the Death of the Venomverse issue 5. As you can see, Mr. Knoll on the cover of that. We've got the Penguin issue 2. Tales of the Titans issue 3. We've got Realm of X issue 2. Power Girl issue 1. We've got Spirit World issue 5. Batman Beyond Neo Gothic issue 3. Firepower issue 27. What's the furthest place from here? Issue 14. Storm, issue 5. We've got Miracle Man by Gaiman and Buckingham. The Silver Age, issue 6. X-Men Days of Future Past, Doomsday, issue 3. Wildcats, issue 11. Newborn 11. Spider-Man India, issue 4. We've got Conan the Barbarian, issue 3. Star Wars The Mandalorian, season 2, episode 4. And for our Static Shock fans, Static Shadows of Dakota, issue 6. The Dead Lucky, issue 9. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 112. Looks like Tommy's being saved by the Yellow Ranger. We've got The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, issue 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, issue 5. Marvel Unleashed, issue 2. That looks pretty cool. It's too small to see who that is. Well, I know who that villain is at the bottom. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, issue 9. Star Trek, issue 12. Alice Never After, issue 3. Marvel Previews 25. Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer 15. Black Hammer The End, issue 2. The Ribbon Queen, issue 3. The Expanse, Dragon Tooth, issue 5. Blade Runner 2039, issue 7. We've got Masquerade, issue 8. Alvera in Monsterland, issue 5. We've got the Shalab, issue 2. Usagi Yojimbo, Ice and Snow, issue 1. From Usagi friends, Paul, you'll probably want to grab this new Usagi series. Pay close attention. Godzilla War for Humanity, issue 2. Bryn Mawr, issue 3. Stuff of Nightmares, Red Murder, issue 1. Rick and Morty 9, Creed The Next Round 4, Vampirella / Dracula Rage 2, Star Trek Day of Blood, Shaq's Best Day, issue 1, My Little Pony 17, My Hero Academy 4-1. All right, I'm about to start scrolling, people. Unless someone feels offended, let me know. I will complete this comic book list. These are a lot of independents. And I don't want to break my wind and bore people to death too much longer. Okie dokes, that will conclude our comic book situation here. Let's see what we're going to do. I've got a couple of things that I like to address today. Hopefully, I have a decent connection so you guys can see some of the videos in our Discord that dropped today. Let's see here. Want to give people some highlights today. I'm going to start off with the boy. Nerd culture is toxic today. Let's see here. All right. Let me see here.
Marvel Studios' upcoming Wonder Man series.
This Wonder Man film's gonna be absolutely trash. Since when was Wonder Man a black man? Don't like it. Why don't they just make Wonder Man white?
Ladies and gentlemen, you probably just saw the cringiest footage you ever gonna see on YouTube. Black people complaining that there's more black people in the MCU. Now, I'm not going to go the Uncle Tom or the Coon route, but it's pretty damn close to it. There are too many wars.
Well, as you guys can, what I would like to respond to is even Paul, knowing me personally, didn't even take the time to finish or even understand the reference of what I was talking about. He took a small segment, responded to it, and created his own agenda, which is actually amazing for you viewers out there, but it's not true. Okay, I do not believe that there is a lot of black characters in the MCU. I personally was mad that they did a race swap for Wonder Man simply because there's actually other black superheroes that they could introduce. Because originally, I have always said I'm against race swaps. And you know what? Paul likes to ride that fine line in between liking race swaps and not liking race swaps. Make a decision, because it sounds a little bit like a hypocrite right now, because you pick and choose what you like and what you don't like. It's still a part of woke Hollywood. So if you're against woke Hollywood, you're going to have to, stick to your guns. But we're going to finish this video. Mm-hmm.
That we are fighting, and you're fighting over this. What makes this even more pathetic, I'm pretty sure he doesn't own a Watchmen comic. I'm pretty sure he knew nothing about this Watchmen character like most of us. I'm pretty sure once he heard that it was announced that it was coming on Disney, he looked up the character to see what it's about. Then he saw it was white in the comics, and then he's complaining that it's black. You can't make this up. This is utterly ridiculous. Like, let's just be real, people. Nobody cares about this character. Nobody cares about Wonder Man. You might as well call him Wonder Bread and slap some butter on it. Who gives a fuck? Fuck me. We are going through war. And what do I mean by we? I'm talking about Upward Ninja. I'm talking about Darth Maul. I'm talking about SSJ. I'm talking about Burst Jones. I'm talking about Crew Carnival. And if I forgot any name, fuck me for life. But we are a crew that is going against the agenda. We should be talking about going against the feminist agenda, the gay agenda that they're hitting on the kids, and etc. etc. We should not give a fuck about the race swamp shit, about a character nobody gives a fuck about. This is bullshit. This is pathetic. If I didn't know him, if I didn't know this guy and I saw this guy in the street, I don't know what I would do. This is bullshit. Right below, do y'all care about a race swap, especially a character like Wonder Man? Nobody cares about this character. Making him black might make the character even interesting. Who knows? The show's gonna be trash anyway, not because of race swamp, because it's made by Disney, because it's the year 2023. That's just what it is. Because politics write our stories now. So that's 3 strikes, you're out, asshole. That's why this series is going to be bad. It's not going to be because Wonder Man is black. That is the least of our worries. We have to choose our battles wisely. We just have to. From the bottom of my heart. Before I end this video, I want to thank a lot of people that have been watching my show since day one. I appreciate y'all.
Choose your battles wisely, he says. So that means you're willing to cave in and to accept whatever's given to you. Take it up the butt, as you like to do, Paul. Moving on, man. Make a decision. You like a little bit of woke? You like a little less woke? How much woke do you like, Paul? Moving on. So also a part of our Discord. By the way, Paul and I are actually pretty cool. It's just that we go back and forth here and there. But today in our Discord, we had our buddy Burst Jones drop a video. So we're going to shed him some light as well today. One momentos. Burst Jones is normally my go-to for Power Ranger content. I really value his opinion towards everything. It's not too many people that you run into that took the time out to really follow up with their storyline, especially through the comic books and even the TV series. So, one momentos. And here we go.
Passing of Jason David Frank back in 2022, I now know that it's time to review his alleged epilogue of Tommy Oliver and Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon.
That was pretty good, but it's my turn now.
Power Rangers Soul of the Dragon is a graphic novel that was released on December 5th, 2018. It was written by Cal Higgins with special consultant from Jason David Frank, and it shows. Soul of the Dragon follows Tommy Oliver 25 years after Power Rangers Dino Thunder. As a retired science teacher, he pulls into a mission to find his son as he teams up with familiar faces, good and evil alike. Will Tommy succeed or will his luck run out? Let's find out today. At Bridgeport High School. Damn, when did he transfer from Reeside High? Because if you look at Dimensions in Danger, Tommy was still in Reeside, but I'm willing to bet he wanted to relocate after being kidnapped once again, not just for his safety, but for his family, which is responsible if you ask, but it's pure assumption on my part of why he moved. Many alums expressed how much they're going to miss Tommy. Kat, Tommy's wife, figured out that they were going to dismantle the science department. Damn. Even in the future, they still couldn't figure out the school budgets. Anyway, when asked what Tommy would do next, he doesn't know. Kat says that her school will be taking a field trip to Triforia. Gets back, her and Tommy will go on a long vacation, but in the meantime, she wants Tommy to relax. The head of the science department, David McCarthy, gives a speech on what impact Tommy has been to the school for the past 10 years. I wonder, did he have impact outside of the school as well? McCarthy asks everyone to raise their glasses and wish Tommy on his next big adventure. Subtle foreshadowing, but I can get behind it. The next day, as Tommy and Kat were driving, Tommy gets pain in his back. Kat told him that he should have went to the doctor and had it looked at a while back. Tommy asks Kat if she had talked to JJ, and she replies that she has, and was told to be on the lookout for Vorax radicals on Triforia, which she shouldn't have too much of a problem because she's still a Ranger. I wonder which one she is though, the Pink Turbo Ranger or the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. You could probably plug in one of those because it's probably not important. But anyway, Tommy noticed that there are a lot of SPD officers at the spaceport. This is highly thanks to the gang wars that's been escalating. Tommy ponders if they did enough when they were all younger because there's still evil out there. Kat reassures Tommy that they did more than enough for the world. Tommy says that everything feels weird right now. Kat says that's known for someone who has nothing to do as for right now. Trust me, Tommy, you get used to it. Tommy drops Kat off. They say they love each other and she leaves for Triforia. At the New Tech City Hospital, damn, I wonder once Earth became a haven for aliens alike, they renamed certain cities in the world to fit the new society. Anyway, Tommy visits the doctor like Kat told him, and it shows that he has a machine on his back to help with the pain, but wasn't getting it maintained. The doctor says that his spinal nerve is pinched and is surprised that Tommy is not double over. The doctor fixed it and Tommy gets some relief. The doctor says that Tommy should have
As you
been in
can see,
weeks
this
ago.
is a nice
He goes
variation.
on and says that it's Tommy's
But I guess
pain,
not
and he's
variation.
not going to say nothing
A
about it.
good
Then the doctor will keep quiet.
commentary
Now, why would a
of
doctor
a
say
Tommy
that?
Oliver comic from Burt
Probably because
Jones.
of doctor
Feel free
probably told
to
Jason David
hop
Frank
on
that
his
in real
channel.
life. Anyway, the doctor asked Tommy when the last time he had his cyber.
So for more of that summary, be sure to like, follow Burst at Burst Jones. But yeah, these are some of the updates within our channel. A lot of good content was dropped over the weekend. Just trying to give everybody in our group some highlights, some moments. And I'd also like to throw in our next video, we're going to be throwing in my boy SSJ, who had also dropped some content for us over the weekend.
What's up, y'all? I just wanted to make this video while the topic is still high, the Resident Evil 4 remake. And I kind of wanted to just talk about mainly just Albert Wesker here. This is right here is how Albert Wesker should be played in a Resident Evil game. He should be overpowered and broken like he is. I don't think I've died once playing as him either because of that ability of him just beating people to death with his hand-to-hand combat, which kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 6. So this is this is pretty much the most hype thing for me. I'll probably do another video talking about the whole Ada DLC, but so far, if I had to give it a quick review as far as the Ada DLC goes, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Like, it definitely feels like its own thing, and that's great too. But there's some things that I didn't like in it, but I'll get into that in a different video. But it's definitely top tier. It's top quality stuff. As far as the Mercenaries go, I just kind of wish more stages. I know in the original we only had 4, but they just gave us the 1 stage plus Wesker and Ada, and then some costumes for Leon and Ada as well. But it's like, where you have the new engine and you have the technology, we're on PlayStation 5 and better consoles now, so I feel like we can have better stages. At least give us the nighttime version of the village, kind of like in 3D Mercenaries. There was like a nighttime version of it and the regular daytime version, or give us like a daytime or nighttime version of the castle stage, you know, something like that to spice it up. Maybe make the enemies a little bit more harder. Kind of like how the dock stage in Mercenaries, because right now that's currently the hardest stage, especially if you play as any other character that's not that good like Leon, or especially Luis. Like, you're probably going to have some difficulties there. But obviously if you're playing as Wesker, it's easy, it's light work for him. But, you know, trying to accommodate stuff like that, hell, I even had a hard time with Ada in that part too. So that's what kind of makes it challenging and more fun to keep on going back to, because it's like, you know what, I could have did something better. I can keep on going back to this to beat this. I know I can beat this. And that's what I ended up doing with Ada, because she was for some reason giving me a hard time to get a S+ rank on the dock stage with her. So, and speaking of dock stage, doesn't this stage kind of look like the ship deck stage on Resident Evil 5 Mercenaries? It's kind of lazy. Like, it doesn't look anything like the water world. It's just supposed to be like a ship container looking place, dock, but it's basically the ship deck from RE5, just decorated differently. And then Super Salvador kind of makes a return here. His appearance kind of looks more so like the Mad Chainsaw Man from the demo. If y'all remember the RE4 remake demo, if you did it, press a certain button after playing the game a couple of times, you fight the Chainsaw Man who has like his eyes blacked out of his mask. It's like, it looks like he's dead on the inside. And then instead of having a chainsaw, it's like it looks like a chainsaw lightsaber laser. It kills you in 1 hit. So pretty much he looks just like that, except he has a double-bladed chainsaw, just like Salvador did in the original. He's not huge like him. He looks just like he's the same size as the regular Chainsaw Man and the Mad Chainsaw Man, and he just uses the double-bladed chainsaw that's like on Sparks or whatever. So that at the very least is cool. So let me know if you guys are hyped about Resident Evil 4 Remake and the DLC and Mercenaries that's out right now. I'm liking what we're getting. I hope we get more. I really do, because Mercenaries has been a staple in Resident Evil games. And to be quite honest with you, the last few Resident Evil games haven't been that great to me aside from Village. But as soon as they announced Mercenaries, Mercenaries mode, let's get it. We're announcing Mercenaries mode with more characters. I'm like, all right, let's get on it. Because Mercenaries has always been the hype for Resident Evil games. Even if you're one of those fans that don't care for the story, or you do care for the story, because I do care about the story, but it's fun to do the Mercenaries mode and fight against a lot of the enemies that you have already fought in the story, and plus some sub bosses. It's fun stuff. So let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.
She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved, don't.
That's the homie SSJ in his video. Need to know whether or not my clips are running good or not. That's the toughie out of the situation. So we also got some more videos coming up. This one's from my guy BTG. Dropped off some content as well.
What happened right here?
See, I think I'm more excited about Guy Gardner than I am about Superman. Guys, I am super excited for Guy Gardner to appear inside of the new Superman movie. I just read this comic book, Green Lantern issue number 1, 1990, and Guy Gardner appeared inside of this comic book. And man, oh man, am I glad that I read this comic book. As soon as I've seen this character and I've read one page, I was bursting with excitement. And it's a shame that I have to wait 2 years to see what Mr. Gunn is going to do with an amazing character like Guy Gardner. Man, this character fits so well with what James Gunn is building. I hope he gets a whole lot of screen time in Superman Legacy. I hope he gets enough screen time for people at Max to give us a Guy Gardner show. The possibilities are literally endless with what James Gunn will be able to do with the character. And I honestly feel like this could possibly be, if James Gunn is able to get his hand and get us a series with Green Lantern, this could be his best thing yet. And it like fits the character that James Gunn is. So what made me fall in love with this character that is Guy Gardner, let me paint the picture real quick. So before you even meet Guy Gardner, you feel sad for him, right? Because they want him out of Justice League of America as soon as Hal Jordan returns, and it makes you feel bad for the guy, because as soon as a new guy comes, you immediately want to terminate him. I feel bad for him, man. Guy Gardner is a character that you will feel bad for, and I feel like that fits Mr. Gunn's way of telling a story really well. Whether it'll be Peacemaker or I don't think he'll be able to do that with Amanda Waller. Diebeard, we're gonna call him Diebeard. I forgot his name. I think it's John Diebeard. We're gonna call him Diebeard. But Diebeard, I'm thinking he's gonna make us love the character that is Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is such an interesting character, and he's like super fun. It's like if any of us were to get the Green Lantern ring, we would act just like the character that is Guy Gardner. He doesn't take anything too seriously. He's gonna be like The Rock. Okay, I was gonna add like a text right there, but what I meant by The Rock is he's gonna be the people's champion. He's gonna be the people's Green Lantern. Like, of course, Hal Jordan or John Stewart is gonna be the greatest Green Lantern, but the people are gonna gravitate more to Guy Gardner of the Green Lantern, and I feel like that fits the perfect character that Nathan Fillion is. I remember me being first introduced to Nathan Fillion. It was a rookie, and he played a cop so well. And now I won't be able to see him as a character that I thought that he would only be able to play. I only would see him as Guy Gardner, and I can't wait to see it because Guy Gardner is such a cool character, and it's a shame that I have to wait 2 years to see what Mr. Gunn is gonna be able to do with this amazing character that is Guy. I really hope that he isn't in there for like 10 minutes. I hope he's in there for maybe like 30 or 40. And I hope whenever he's in the Lantern series that he'll get his own spinoff, whether it could just be 3 episodes like what they're doing with the Continental. But he was just teasing Green Lantern, and it was just so cool to see. Because obviously there's something wrong with him, but you kind of just like the guy. He's a I don't want to say the D word, not the DK word, the DB word. Uh, I don't want to call him that, but he's like a goofball that has the ring, and you just immediately love him. I was trying to compare Guy Gardner to a superhero that already exists, but there is no superhero that exists like Guy Gardner. Like, I was like, maybe he's Spider-Man, but no, Spider-Man is serious, like, most of the time. But Guy Gardner, I don't know if he's joking or serious. And I feel like that just fits Mr. Gunn's storytelling super well. And I want to give a big shout out to the people that made or created this comic book. I don't like shouting out the writer because it takes 3 people, maybe probably 10 people to fully do a comic book right. And they did it really well. It made me fall in love with the character like that. And I'm just imagining to myself, what will Mr. Gunn be able to do whenever, because it took them 32 minutes, and Guy Gardner only appeared in like 7 panels, and it took them 7 panels to make me enjoy Guy Gardner. And I'm thinking it'll only take James Gunn 2 minutes. Like, the guy, one thing, I as I was rereading the comic, because I was gonna post this video on my comic book page, I seen Guy Gardner put bunny ears on side of Hal's head, and I thought that was extremely funny, and that was extremely cool. And then I just got even more excited because I'm like, what can Mr. Gunn possibly do with these cool powers that he's gonna give Guy Gardner? And the possibilities are like limitless. Like, he could go above and beyond, and I do believe that Mr. Gunn will go above and beyond. And I hope that you guys will take some time and learn about this character that is Guy Gardner, because he's an exciting character, and I hope we get more of him. I can't wait to see what he does. And Superman, we have 2 more years for that movie to come out. I know Mr. Gunn is hard. I know he's finishing that script. I just can't wait to see what this character is inside of Mr. Gunn's universe. I think I'm more excited about Guy Gardner than I am about Superman, than any of these characters that he has possibly created, because this character is James Gunn inside and out. That was not supposed to be a reference to the movie. I have a script on my phone that drove in right into the comic book, but that's just not me, man. I can't read off of a script. I'm sorry, guys. This is I don't want to read off a script. I just want to get on here and speak my mind, and my mind has been spoken. Anyways, let me know what you think about Guy Gardner. If you think he's cool or not. I just think he's such an interesting character. Like, at first people are gonna dislike him, but whenever James Gunn does the James Gunn magic, it's gonna be something special. I was gonna say that Mr. Gunn has the Midas effect, but once you touch that golden apple, you're done. He has something better than a Midas effect. Everything that he touches turns to gold except for food and the actors that he casts. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm gonna go watch Peacemaker again.
that's the homie BTG video that he had dropped, I think yesterday or the day before. I know he has an interesting take, especially to a lot of viewers that I associate with. But everybody has the freedom to have their own opinion and enjoy the show. If you like it, if you don't like it, let us know. That's what we're here for. Have these discussions, share opinions, debate even. That's what we're here for. I see you, SSJ, in the chat as well. Do I see the Cell Games? What up? What up? What up? A lot of things popped off this weekend. One thing for certain that did happen over the weekend is that there was some football yesterday. Yes, indeed, there was some football. And who am I to not shed light on the biggest game, actually the game of the week that made history in the NFL? I mean, how could I ignore it? One moment while my computer loads up. I just can't ignore this one. Here we go. Oh yeah. Without further ado, I gotta show some love to Paul's favorite team. The Denver Broncos made history yesterday. Let's check out how good the Denver Broncos was yesterday. Because Paul knows best. Interesting takes, the best takes. Y'all should really listen to all of his opinions at all times. Because Paul knows.
Like food can get shot all the time. Trying to show how hard they shots. I run, you run. One chopper, 1, 2 chopper, 200 shots.
Defenders right there just trying to extend it. Jules played outstanding this year. Leads the not allowed to.
Oh, man. What is the 5 fingers? Say to the face. What?
Denver Broncos, y'all got 70 points thrown on y'all. Y'all are T to the rippity ass. Let's go, Dolphins.
Had a lot of fun today at work. It's a great weekend. My Steelers won this weekend as well. Really trying to wait to have this real discussion on whether or not to discuss the Wolverine versus Predator comic. I got a little bit of patience for it. Waiting on Mr. Bundle and everybody else to include themselves in it. We'll see here. Also, as well, I had a video on Wonder Man. So I'm going to throw into the queue too. All right, okay, my friends. Getting this video queued up. All right.
MCU is just filling up with powerhouses one after the other, and the latest character who is set to be added to the roster is none other than Wonder Man. What the Hollywood Reporter recently revealed that Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton and Brooklyn Nine-Nine writer Andrew Guest are coming up with a Wonder Man series on Disney+. Also called Simon Williams, he first appeared in Avengers issue number 9 back in 1964. As I just hinted, he is one of the strongest characters who have appeared in Marvel Comics. His insane Thor-like strength comes from his unique physiology, as his body has been mutated by ionic energy. He has been quite an interesting character in the comics, as he has been used as a villain against the Avengers. And he has even been an Avenger for quite a while. In fact, he founded the West Coast Avengers alongside Hawkeye. Apart from being a superhero, he's also a pretty successful stuntman and an actor. He is a character who has connections all across the Marvel Universe, having ties to Vision, Wanda, Beast, and Baron Zemo. What's crazy is that he almost made his MCU debut back in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Man, are y'all freaking kidding me? Let's be serious, guys. Are we doing a race swap because y'all don't think Wonder Man is popular enough to be put in the MCU, so you cast a black man? Wonder Man can hold his own. There's plenty of other black characters to use. You guys are scared. You guys seem desperate. What's going on, MCU? Come on now. Like, we don't already know that Wonder Man can pretty much manipulate energy himself. He's virtually invulnerable. Like, this guy's a cool character and a great villain. Ties into Wanda. Has appearances in pretty much every universe, including the X-Men. Most of its ties are including Vision, which we might see a reappearance of White Vision. I'd be excited to see Wonder Man make a small appearance if they do a season 2 of WandaVision. There's so many ways they can do this. Not to mention they're using the same guy who wrote Shang-Chi, which wasn't perceived well to a lot of people. To me, it was good service. I didn't think Shang-Chi was that bad as it was perceived towards everybody, but people weren't happy with it, so you bring in that guy as well. Sounds like you guys want this to fail. The only thing I can hope for is to see him kick a bunch of butt and, I don't know, just be entertaining. But at the end of the day, let's not race swap to try and get people in there. I've got the same energy. With me being an African American, I have the same energy for race swap no matter what, even if my race is included. I don't want Harriet Tubman to be white, okay? I don't want George Lopez to be Superman. I'm just saying, get it together, Marvel. This is a desperate move, and I don't appreciate it one bit. Let me know what you guys think about race swaps. If you're a fan of Wonder Man, if you're okay with it, you don't have to agree with me. You're not going to piss me off, but I just want to know what you guys' perception about this casting.
Bundadusk. Are you there, good sir? Let me see here. I'll message the old Bundadusk. We shall see. Well, he's taking a little bit longer than I expected, so I'm gonna take my time and get into let's see here. We're gonna get into this Wolverine and Predator situation. One momento. I was trying to hold off, but I don't have forever. We're going to be watching, let's see here. We're going to be watching, you know what? I really favor Comics Explained. So we're going to watch a little bit of Comics Explained's explanation of the Wolverine Predator. Hopefully midway we'll get Bundle back in here. If not, I might mute this and just kind of have my discussions. I don't know. Waiting for these ads to leave and go away. See what the boy Comic Books Explained got going on. This is going to be a spoiler towards people. You guys had a week to read this Wolverine Predator. I just had to get it today because my comic took forever. So we'll see if Mal hops in here. Doom. All right, that's Mal. So, Comics Explained is about to do a little bit of a breakdown. Actually, before this even starts, I might as well get my opinion off anyway so I don't spoil anything. So, I read the Wolverine Predator comic today, and before I even turned any pages, I pretty much just ruled in favor of Wolverine, considering that he's fought way more complicated foes than the Predator. But apparently, the way basically this with Wolverine's age factor, he in this story has went up against several different Predators. With this being a mini series, my only assumption is this is a more newer, and this could be a more new, improved Predator that he's going up against, because it's supposed to be modern time. The present battle that he's being thrown into right now, but right now in this first issue, it's just giving you like a timeline of all of their battles all at once, and it looks like, even at the very beginning, it looks like the Predator has gotten the best of Wolverine. But I mean, what enemy hasn't got the best of Wolverine? It's just that they, you know, without any prior knowledge of knowing his healing factor, his strength, and everything, they think the man dies, right? But you know, you give him enough time to heal, he always has an ability to heal. So basically reading this comic, what hasn't necessarily been answered yet is which Wolverine / Logan are we getting? Are we getting Bone Marrow Logan? Are we getting old man Logan, who, like, you know, his healing factor is you know, is pretty god awful at this stage? But let's go into Comics Explained, because I don't know, I like the way he narrates his comics, and plus I'm waiting for my buddy Bundle to hop in here as well to have a discussion, as well as the other guys from my Discord.
And we are covering Wolverine versus Predator. And as far as I'm aware, this is the first time that Marvel's ever published a story like this. So, much like all the other stories that have ever existed in the history of comic books, where it's like Alien versus whoever, or Predator versus whoever, it's just the kind of general assumption that people are aware of their existence. They've always kind of, we're just now seeing a story where they encounter someone. So, what this does here, because honestly, you guys care about the fight and you guys don't care about the setup, there's a few things that go on here. First and foremost, the Predator does arrive on Earth, right? And when it shows up here, it does what most predators would do when they get to a new planet. They start going after the end of its life. Now, it's not to like destroy them, right? Or at least eradicate all life. It's to really just kind of figure out what the hierarchy is, right? Like starting with the first thing it attacks and going from there. First thing it does is it kills like an elk, right, or a deer, or whatever this thing happens to be. I can never tell the difference between them, to be honest with you. But then after that, it goes after like a mountain lion, it goes after a mountain goat, it goes after an orca, just these different things that seem to have different levels of strength or durability. And a lot of it is just based on observation, right? That's really all it is. And then it notices off in the distance, there is smoke emanating from a local village. Now, at that point, we switch over to Wolverine. Now, this takes place, and one of the things to know with the miniseries, this is 4 issues long, it's going to span 4 months, and each issue will take place at different points in Wolverine's life. This one takes place in the very early days, right after he had like popped his claws and his traditional, and then taken off to the Northwest Territories to live up there in northern Canada, and especially up in Alaska, right? So by and large, he's removed from most of society, but he's still pretty young. So he does not have adamantium claws yet, right? It's just bone. But he ends up coming up with a guy named Tucker. And Tucker's basically like a prospector, right, who made himself rich out there, and then some rival faction ended up kidnapping Son, and so on and so forth. So he basically hires Wolverine to like track these guys down and try to kill him. The issue is that once they get to where these guys are supposed to be, they find them all hung upside down and skinned, which again is normal when you're dealing with a predator, right? It's like one of the hallmarks of predators entirely. And it even takes by surprise, right? He's kind of like, what in the heck? But then they end up coming across a house, and that's where these guys are supposed to be laying low. Now, while this happens, the Predator sees Wolverine and then stands back and watches, because Wolverine, even in these early days, just had an extreme level of ferocity, right? The Berserker Rage hadn't quite become a core part of his character, but he was getting there. But having that level of ferocity, the Predator's just kind of like, okay, this is dope. This guy might be a challenge. Wolverine goes in there and slaughters everyone, right? And in turn, he's shot in the back by Tucker. Come to find out, the whole story about his son was a lie. That these guys were all people that were working with Tucker in like a railroad heist. Then they turned on and they took the money for themselves. So he hired Wolverine to kill these guys so he could take the money for himself. He goes to leave, and then he gets his head blown off by the Predator, which is amazing. It's absolutely awesome. And then the Predator, of course, as we know from just their experience on any indigenous world, specifically Earth, they overhear things and they kind of start learning in the process. So it starts talking, right? Like they're monsters, just kind of repeating the phrase over and over again. And then the fight breaks out between himself and Wolverine. And this thing is intense, right? It is amazing, right? Wolverine literally like this guy's mask off, or really just kind of slashes his throat.
I can't give you guys all of it. You guys are gonna have to get that comic, but I'm just telling you, for the first issue, it gets pretty interesting. My actual synopsis is, with other issues having to come out with this mini-series, I would like to debate some of my friends on this. If Wolverine didn't have a healing factor, I guess if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right? But Predator would kick his ass. I think that would be a good battle within itself. But I mean, I think they're pretty much close and equal to strength. That's one thing that I wasn't able to measure between the Predator himself compared to Wolverine's. But I mean, considering the generations of possible combat, martial arts, and survival tactics and instincts and study, I would favor towards the Predator in that direction, especially when it comes to hunting. And tracking as well. Wolverine does have the sense of smell. He's got, well, basically the Predator's been around. Period. Their their culture has been around for a while. I mean, the way the storylines that I'm aware of, that they pretty much make it appear that the Predators were the ones that introduced humans to pretty much to what they know of now. But I haven't read too many Predator comics to know how candid that is compared to the film. So a lot of what I'm comparing to is from the actual live action films. So hopefully there's some sort of some knowledge I'll learn from that, or at the same time, hopefully I'm accurate at the same time.
My boy.
What's up, good sir?
My boy. I just finished. Dude, I had a first to 3. There's Titanfall. These guys, yeah, they doing the thing. I came back to the game, so I had to finish that. So with this, I heard everything that you were talking about, and let me get in on this. Let me get on this. Okay, so what you just showed with Comics Explained, Rob Core, that's my guy. That's my guy. He did leave a lot of the stuff out in the beginning. Wait, 1 second. Are you not doing complete spoilers on your channel?
We can go all the way in, because I mean it's been a week and we're doing spoilers.
All right, okay. Yeah. So we know that it's 1 of 4 issues. Once will come out, obviously every 4 months, so like that. The beginning of it's I don't know how they're gonna set it up in the future, but what they did was they went back to old school Logan. So we're talking late 1800s.
Yeah, it was 19 something.
Like early 1900s, before Logan was all grizzled, blah blah, still bone claws, all of that. And the Predator came down is because he was responding to a distress call or whatever, or not necessarily a distress call, but just a Predator had failed. Predator had failed, meeting with the indigenous people of that time, and he had found him buried amongst the ice with spears and arrows and axes all in them. Pretty much how the Prey film went, if you're familiar with the Prey film that came out on Hulu, which was probably the best Predator film they put out, which is amazing. And so then he surveyed the landscape and went ahead and decided upon what was the apex predator in the area. So I believe he went after a mountain goat, a cougar, a mountain lion, and which is the first time we've ever seen, I think, in Predator text, Predator go aquatic. He went to a killer whale, an orca. He went to hunt an orca.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Like,
that was pretty cool. I saw that.
Like a predator jumping in the water. I mean, you've seen him in the water. You know, the first Predator. You know what I mean? Hunting Arnold, Dylan. Anyway, not Dylan, but no.
But we can use that to measure strength and force and tactics.
Yeah, but just to hunt a killer whale. I mean, the sight of him, like on top of the killer whale and it's breaching water. It's just like, fam, you went in the middle of the ocean to get Shamu. Like, I see you, bro. Like, all right.
So check this out. This is what I got out of it. I even paid attention to some of the enemies and how he hunted those animals, because the creator, the illustrator, whoever designed these images, it looked like he went out of a way to show that the Predator is aware of the anatomy of the creatures that he hunts.
Oh, of course.
Because you know what I mean. Those are kill shots. Those aren't just simple. You know,
their technology is far beyond ours. Yeah, I mean, it's much more than an infrared.
Because the boar or deer or whatever you want to call it, it looked like that was a kill shot.
Dude, he displayed the same thing that they're depicting in this artist, excuse me, this oh Jesus, my bad. Hold on. I didn't mean to watch that real quick. That's a spoiler for me. I got the games on. Sorry about that. That they showed in these art panels about him. Like I said, he was hunting what he believed to be the apex predators in the region. And in the Prey film, he did the exact same thing. He came across like a fox, another mountain lion, which is how our main protagonist, even came across a predator. He came across a few other things. When she broke in the beaver dam, the fight with the bear, awesome. So like that. So he was wondering and fighting everything he deemed to be a challenge, which is what he did. And then when that guy lied to Logan after seeing Logan's skills in a bar fight, saying that, hey, these guys have my son, he witnessed Logan pop his claws and completely dismantle everyone in that log cabin and realize, hey, I can go against all these wildlife or whatever like this. The apex predator is this guy right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so upon witnessing that, and then he watched that guy shoot Logan in the back. So the predator felt like, you just took my trophy from me. So as soon as he opened the door, shoulder cannon, bam, vanquished his head off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Logan gets up and then delivers not a deadly, but a nearly lethal blow to the predator, like neck and everything like this, to the point that the predator has to stab him in the chest with the spear, make him go off, heal. Logan heals, he tracks him. Logan understands, hey man, this is not a fight I can win like this. I'm not necessarily scared, but like Rob said, I have to use the practice of Sun Du. You know what I mean? Of Art of War, like fight my enemy.
By the way, can I interject for one second? Just keep your train of thought. This particular Logan is reluctant to want to use his claws in public, and he doesn't like using his claws. He still deals with the pain. He seems a bit more reserved on wanting to risk his heel fat.
Yeah, his berserker rage isn't where it is yet because he hasn't gone through the mill of
at this time frame. It starts off.
He hasn't gone through what he's gone through yet, and so he understands that I'm not running necessarily, but fight this fight on my own terms. And if you actually, Rob doesn't cover that and cover this particular part I'm about to say in the video, but if you know the comic, Logan, this Logan, he's not even Logan yet, it's James Howlett. He actually has a relationship with the animals amongst the forest. So like,
that's why
it shows him
with the bear.
Yeah, it shows him in the beginning actually hunting beavers and then bringing it into this bear's hibernation chamber when the mother bear is asleep and giving the beaver to the bear cubs. So he has a type of relationship with the wildlife there. So he knows if I run to this cave right here, which Rob skipped over, it just shows it just shows Logan going to a cage, making a lot of rah, rah, rah noise, and the bear shows up. Logan already knows there's a bear hibernating in there and its cubs are behind it. So if I make all this noise right here and it sees this predator, the first thing it's going to go after is the predator. So Logan did that on some Art of War, Sun Du, fight where I'm comfortable type-ish. Make the noise, snatches the predator up. Now, unfortunately, Logan celebrates and thinks that that's going to stop the predator. The predator kills that bear. And he does so in almost not the same fashion, but if we've seen Prey, we understand what happens if a predator fights a grizzly bear or a Kodak bear. He going to win regardless. So he kills that bear. And
but Logan didn't know that.
He didn't know that. He didn't know that. And it even said that, it says, unbeknownst to them, this was going to be the biggest hunt of all their miserable lives. Predators have an extremely long lifespan. You know what I mean? Like the blooded.
That I was not aware of.
Yeah, they call them Yatua, however you want to call them. But the blooded Yatua, I'm gonna stay away from the Yatua name. I'm just gonna call them predators. The blooded predators, they're alive for centuries. You know what I mean? The elder predators, we're talking almost a millennia. You know what I mean? The king predator, they can get old, bro.
That's something that I was of course I needed. Ben should have known, since I'm such a Predator fan. I should have known this already. So that montage at the beginning where they kind of showed the different Predators. And hold on, the timeline of your conversation, have they already got into Sabretooth and them?
Not yet. That was the very next part. So right after it shows that the Predator, has the head of the grizzly bear, and it says, little did they know this is going to be the biggest and longest hunt of their lives. They skip forward right to X-Force with like Maverick, Sabretooth. There's two other people.
There's one alien looking
guy. He's got like a bat looking face and stuff like that. I forget his name.
I mean, you know what? Is it worth me going to get it? It's right here in the kitchen.
You can get it if you want to, for text of the names. I'll wait for it. Yeah, for text of the names. Yeah. Fast forwards to him and the X-Force. And viewers watching, I hope you're caught up on the X-Force or who they are. They showed a little bit in that Wolverine movie with Deadpool at the end. Oh, Jesus. But the X-Force part of it, yeah, it shows him now basically doing what Dutch Arnold did, Arnold's character, tackling a South American, drug dealer, cartel type deal, going into their territory and taking these guys out. Because, the X-Force, they took out brutal dictators, certain politicians to push a certain foreign regime, whatever it was, they were the assassins of the assassins. So they get there ready to go ahead and take out this cartel.
All right. So we got 1 second. So we
His
have
name, yeah.
Cruel, Maverick, Jackson, and Sabretooth.
Cruel Maverick. Okay. Oh, I had it. Okay. Okay. I thought there was one other one. So I had it. Okay. But all right, cool. So they get there to take this out, and Logan, he's lived through so many lifetimes, so many memory wipes, so many experiences, so many experiments. He doesn't really remember too much, but as soon as he sees these skinned drug dealers, he's like, oh, wait, I remember something like this. I fought against something like this. And I believe in the comic book, at least the next panel, upon remembering that, Cruel, the bat-looking guy, I believe, is caught within one of the predator nets. You know what I mean? And it's doing his damage to him. And once they look up on the tree, Sabretooth, him, stuff like this, they see 4 other predators coming out of camouflage. Like, remember me? Type deal. You know what I'm saying? So
he brought
reinforcements this time. Now,
and it's one got caught with the net.
Yeah, it's the bat-looking guy. Yeah. Now, I believe
the bat-looking guy got caught with a net.
I believe they haven't. Like I said, it's only the first issue, so I think the second issue they're going to delve into the fact that I believe one of the predators deduced that this guy's got a healing factor. I watched him take a shotgun to the back. He got up, stabbed me in the neck. I put a spear in his stomach. He still ran away and took me to a bear cave. So I believe it's probably, put down tactically, at least this MFer here has got a healing factor. Now, will they know that about Maverick? He doesn't, but he's well versed. Will they know that about Sabretooth? Sabretooth and Wolverine versus 2 predators is going to be awesome.
This Wolverine has the Weapon X.
Now, he does have the Weapon X experience. He has adamantium on him by this time, which there is one thing I'm going to go off real quick, which I'll probably put in the Discord. Bat in the Sun. It's a YouTube channel, Bat in the Sun. Very, very, very good channel. Very, very popular channel. They do things not to the not to the quantity of Screw Attack's Death Battle, but it's because Death Battle does things in CGI and animation as far as their death battles. Bat in the Sun is completely realistic. I mean, they use people. It's real life. IRL. You know what I'm saying? So they just have. Now I want to say cosplay, but because it's not cosplay, but they use costumes. You know what I mean? They did that. Was it Red Hood versus oh wow, excuse me.
Is that the group that did the Tommy Oliver? Or no, that did the Batman Wolverine?
They did Batman Wolverine and they did the Predator Wolverine, which is what I was alluding to. You know what I mean? They even did a Wonder Woman version of that and stuff versus that as well. But the Predator versus Wolverine one was actually really, really good. And to me, I was just like, yeah, if it happened, that's what it would happen. Like the Predator is going to have the upper hand on Wolverine and everything. I mean, Wolverine is going to be able to sense him, smell him as far as the senses go. But the hunter, tactician, and just the physical durability of the Yatra, the Predators, because of the planet they come from, Wolverine is not going to be able to hang. He cannot hang with them in speed, velocity, agility, quick twitch muscle reaction.
Survival
and
study.
Yes, it's just like even with his
centuries, not years,
100 to 200-300 years worth of experience, he's not going to measure up to that. But his healing factor is going to be amazing. But the one thing that is up in the air, and it just basically depends on who the writers are, is can the alien technology, metalloid technology, hang with adamantium? Can they find something that matches adamantium, breaks adamantium, or at least can contend? Oh, I already said that, but you know what I mean? Or is it weaker than adamantium? We don't know that. None of their metal, even Concrete Jungle, Predator 2, you know what I mean? When Danny Glover, excuse me, Lethal Weapon here. When they went to analyze the metal in Predator 2, and they've done this in multiple comic books as well.
With Bushy.
They couldn't figure out. It's like, this is metal we've never seen before. It has this properties, has this property, blah, blah, blah. All of their blades, all their armor is laced with that. You know what I mean? Now, Xenomorph blood, unfortunately, depending on who the writers are, has been shown to eat through that, break through that, but can adamantium?
It doesn't break through that easy against predators.
But can adamantium hang with their metal, their metalloids, their armor,
that's
like this? And there is a few cover shots of Wolverine stabbing, whatever like this, but he ain't stabbing through armor though. So every physicality, the Predator beats Wolverine, no matter how experienced Wolverine is.
I mean,
there's nothing
martial arts.
Yeah, I mean,
even
with his martial arts, Predator beats Wolverine, but Wolverine,
you put mentally as well.
But Wolverine's healing factor, Berserker Rage, and Adamantium, those are his three go-to, and we have to now figure out over the next course of 3 months and 3 issues where that stands. And we're gonna get a good one, but it left on a cliffhanger as this guy now brought 4 Predators with him, and he still remembers Wolverine. And now Wolverine's starting to get the memory back. Like, oh, that was you. You survived the grizzly bear. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So it did give us the first intro fight, and even though Logan left the fight feeling good about himself, he also knew to run away from the fight.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
he also knew the dip set.
He had already been shot with a cannon. At this point, like he knew he was easily tracked and all that himself. He
put that spear through him. Yeah, Wolverine pulling out, but Predator was able to follow him and get with him in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it.
With this combo, hopefully it leaves us with a good cliffhanger. We'll see some good fight scenes. We've seen Wolverine take down a army of Sabretooths before, so I just like you said, I physically don't see it happening, but we could see something new out of Wolverine, and we just don't know.
I will say this: Adamantium Wolverine's got a complete chance if Predator's metal can't break through adamantium. But if Wolverine fought Predator Bone Claw, even though his healing factor is there, Predator would beat Bone Claw Wolverine. Now, I mean, if they fought 10 times, Wolverine probably win 3 or 4 at the max.
Question: if Predator rips his spine out of his body,
he ain't gonna do that. He can't do that.
Is there? I'm just saying. Is there any chance? I mean, the only way for Wolverine to be able to heal from his corpse will be in contact with his body.
He's not. Well, there is a version of Wolverine that is like that when they've actually used a severed head of Wolverine, and Nick Fury took it, and his head came back to life, and it's just like Wolverine can regrow. It's like he can only regrow if we go ahead and put limbs back on him, especially like when Hulk ripped him apart, threw his torso and legs 3 miles into a mountain. He couldn't regrow his legs. He had to wait till he got back by his legs, and his healing factor did it for him. But then there's also times where it's almost Deadpool-like, where I can just regrow limbs, regrow my eyeball, regrow genitals, and whatever like that. You know what I mean? Like when like Punisher blew his his stuff off, you know what I mean? When old boy got his eye out and shit like that. So it just depends on who's writing it. And I'm not sure. I think this guy's name starts with a B, something Kelly. And I'm unsure which healing factor version he's going with on this one. But Adam, like I said, it just depends on how strong he makes the adamantium first to Predator, and if Predator's metal can stick and can hang with it. Because obviously, the Predator doesn't have any healing factor. They have crazy durability, but you know what I mean? Shink to the head, it's over with. It don't matter who he is. So maybe, hopefully, he keeps his helmet on long enough and he can deflect blows from adamantium, and they can go ahead and really just have a bladed gauntlet match. You know what I mean? And whose meta is better, whose berserker rate is better, whose hunting skills is better. Hopefully we see that, because like I said, Bat in the Sun did a really good, IRL depiction of what would happen if Predator fought Wolverine, and the Predator outclassed Wolverine in everything. It's just that when he thought he had the kill done, Wolverine was able to get the claws up under the joint, and
Dude,
the
I love
Predator
Bat in the Sun.
underestimated. Bat in the Sun. Yeah, you know about it? You know Bat in the Sun?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there we go, Ma. There we go. That's my guy. Yeah. They're live action. That's the word I'm looking for. Excuse me. Live action battles that they've done. Yeah, they're in competition with Screw Attack's Death Battle, but because Death Battle Screw Attack puts out animations, they could just put them out way faster. And also Mighty Raccoon. They got some good Death
Oh yeah,
battles
Mighty
in there as
Raccoon's
well.
great.
Mighty Raccoon is nice. Man.
Yeah, they're great.
They're mad slept on. They're Pennywise versus Joker Death Battle. That's a good one. That's a good one. Check that out.
Throw those in the Discord for me, man.
I will. I ended up actually planning to do this yesterday, what exactly I'm talking about, but I ended up falling asleep just because I had to, get up early and do what I was doing today. Earlier, as you can see, Mom Duke's crib. She gone, so I had to house sit. So, yeah, I had some things to take care of. But
they
anyway,
had one, I think, where Wolverine fought. I think he fought Wonder Woman.
He fought Batman, Wonder Woman, and Predator, and they all have alternate endings.
Yep.
So it's like one wins this, but if we want to make it go this way, so and so wins this. And they also had, maybe you can remember, they had Red Hood fight somebody. Do you remember who his opponent was?
Dude,
that was a damn good one. It was Red Hood versus.
I forgot.
It wasn't Chris Redfield or Leon King. Who the heck was it? It was Red Hood versus. I forget who it was, but it was a good one. It was a very, very good one. But anyway,
so okay.
I remember when they had Nightwing fight Daredevil. That one was crazy.
That was nice too. Yeah, that was nice too. Yeah, I remember that. Go ahead, Jeff.
I got So hold on, Mar. Have you read the Predator Wolverine?
Nah.
Ooh, I just came in right at the good time afterward.
Yeah, let's say we didn't spoil it for you then, because we definitely did nothing but spoil it beforehand.
Yeah, we just went in.
But also wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about Wonder Man, an upcoming Disney series that's coming out soon?
They've already casted this man?
Apparently so, yeah.
I haven't seen anything on my feed about that. I mean, I'm up on that. They definitively casted Wonder Man?
Well, okay. I wouldn't. I'll show you the guy who they want.
Oh, dude, my shoulder just popped. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
It's supposed to be Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Wait.
I know him.
Wait. Candyman? Black Manta?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why would he be Wonder Man?
Well, I'm against race swap anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even get into the race swap, if that's the case, the Marvels better show Adam Brashear. They better show Blue Marvel before they show a Wonder Man black.
That's what I was getting at on my video that I sent you. Well, no, that I put in the Discord is rather than do a race swap, there's so many other characters that are African American that they could throw in there. That's what my opinion is they're so Wonder Man is a deserving character for a TV series. I don't know about a standalone movie itself, but a TV series. And they didn't think he'd do well enough by himself, so they made him black.
Exactly. There you go. That's what Hollywood does. It's evil.
They need to, bro. They still, dude. Excuse me. They were thinking about bringing in Richard Rider, which is the craziest comic book name of all time. If you really break it down, Dick Rider, my God.
Pause.
Mad pause. Mad.
Just crazy.
That's one Hall of Fame right there. That's crazy. Anyway, dude, Nova Corps was decimated by Thanos on Xandar when he got the Power Stone, and they said that they were going to have that fight with Richard Rider going for that. Instead, they opted to have him attack the Asgardian ship and have him kill
So they're
Loki,
not going to use
Heimdall,
Nova.
and fight against Hulk instead, and then include Nova in later. They just didn't do it because they rather have built up Carol Danvers instead. But it's just like, you don't. No, I mean, Wonder Man is stronger than Nova, but dude, Xandar, the Nova Corps, all that, the Power Stone, the Decimation, that's been established. Bring Nova into this. Let him have a chip on his shoulder to go against, the next huge threat against, the Marvel Universe, which is going to be Kang. I mean, Wonder Man would just be, hi, I'm Wonder Man.
I think they're going to throw him in.
Why would you be in there?
They're going before he gets his own film. I think this is my all assumption. My assumption is in Wanda 2, they're going to show him and White Vision fighting each other. He's going to come in as like a slight villain, and then who knows what they're going to do with him afterwards.
I just looked it up.
And then he'll have his own TV show.
Why would you put Wonder Man in there when you have so many other people that no. Put Nova in there.
And then Burst Jones said in my comment box that even if they did throw in Wonder Man, they're going to nerf the hell out of him.
I mean, they nerfed the hell out of a lot of characters. I mean, even Carol Danvers is nerfed. Even Wanda's nerfed. Vision's nerfed. Thor is nerfed. I mean, because they have to, bring it down. But it's just, I don't understand why they would bring. I mean, I know who Wonder Man is. I know his powers. I know this, but I'm just looking through this. Where was his first
appearance?
Appearance. That's what I'm looking right now. Older brother. No. But Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo is going to be the new leader of the Thunderbolts when they put.
Wait, is he getting his own show or movie?
He's supposed to have his own show on Disney.
Wonder Man, really?
Well, Baron Zemo being the leader of the Thunderbolts.
They are new desperate for that next.
So he was introduced to Thunderbolts.
He's not a Thunderbolt, but okay.
Hey, that's
dazzling. He was found guilty of a prison sentence. Baron Zemo was his lawyer. I don't know how
they lost the #1 Black Boy Scout on screen. T'Challa, R.I.P.
The test of the Zemo iconic.
Not gonna use this Wonder Man guy,
but that doesn't make any sense because Zemo in MCU is against superhumans, and he actually even thinks the idea of superhumans cannot be, a supremacist ideal, which is why he wanted to span the Avengers. Why would he now make one? How they under the Superhuman Registration Act? Okay, they will have to change. I knew he was an uncanny Avenger, but they would have to change.
And they've been doing an uncanny run as a recent.
Why would they do that, man? You'd be better off bringing.
That's how we're going to find out their storyline. They're doing the uncanny series right now.
Marvel in. I mean, you'd be actually better than bringing in Gladiator in and making him a Kree, soldier, which he isn't at all. But that'd be more believable because you've already had purple beings, green and blue beings from Xandar. I mean, it'd be easier to make him a Kree or a Skrull. I'm not saying do it. Or bring in Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear, because of his connection with Monica Rambeau and now the Marvel movies coming out. Mm-hmm. And the Sentry just because he's better.
Hey, would y'all be down for Henry Cavill as Sentry?
All right. Wait, blonde hair. Well, he was white hair and looking like a Targaryen in the Witcher.
Yeah, it could work.
That
would be
put on another superhero costume.
That would be the biggest middle finger to DC.
That
and Warner
would
Bros.
Be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I knew Wonder Man's powers and his place in the Uncanny Avengers, but understanding how he became him and Zemo was his lawyer, the iconic ray treatment, that would be completely against what Zemo wants and what the Thunderbolts are trying to do. So MCU would have to change that completely, and then to race swap him. I don't know what they would do with that. Like I said, it'd be easier to bring
Because
in
remember,
Gladiator,
he was an
Sentry.
actor as well.
It'd be better to bring in the Hyperion, actually, who is actually the true counterpart of Superman. Because that'd be okay. I'm real quick, 1 minute rant. At the very end of Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, they showed Clea, who was played by Charlize Theron, to come in and say, you created Incursion off the things that he did in Multiverse of Madness trying to stop Wanda. And he opened that third eye of his, and she went ahead and slashed a portal into the dark dimension where the Falteens are, Dormammu, come to bargain, to go ahead and fix this Incursion. And the Ultimates, which actually not in the Ultimates, Hyperion's original universe, he had an Incursion. And the man physically, tangibly held apart two colliding realities before they collided together for that Incursion to happen and destroy each other. He was strong enough to hold them apart for a while before he couldn't anymore, blew up in his face. Two complete universes ricocheted him into Earth 616, and he survived the ish. They can make something like that happen, like, hey, Doctor Strange created this Incursion. We've taken from your comic book origin that you tried to hold these Incursions apart tangibly, didn't work, knocked you into our Earth 99999, whatever the MCU was called. That would make comic book in even more sense than it would to bring in Wonder Man. And Wonder Man and Hyperion, like I said, Hyperion is Marvel's Superman outside of Sentry. That would make a better sense than just to bring a random super soldier from Baron Zemo and the Uncanny Avengers into the MCU. Like, I see Gladiator being a substitute Kree. He can be in the MCU. I can see Blue Marvel and his connection with the Marvels movie that's coming out with Monica Rambeau. Sentry is just better than everything. And then I could see Hyperion coming in because Doctor Strange caused an Incursion in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't really understand why Wonder Man would be on the plate, honestly.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be thrown in one of these series. I'm still believing that it's going to be in Wanda. He's going to show up, and then they'll probably defeat him, or he'll be under some weird possession. Something simple, because they're going to simplify his first appearance, and then we're going to get the details from the show. But they're going to at least make.
They still need to figure out what they're doing with Wanda, because they left her on a cliffhanger. When she went ahead and crashed the Temple of Chthon at the very end of it, they made that little explosion at the end of her power. It was just like, well, did she die? Did she go to another whatever? Because she brought down that whole temple and was just like, I'll make sure the Darkhold will never tempt anybody again, seemingly creating her own sacrifice, suicide, self-deletion. And right as soon as the temple crumbled upon itself, there was an explosion of red chaos magic. Like, she crushed herself and died. Now, in Marvel and comic movies, unless you see somebody die on screen, they ain't dead. You know what I mean? So it's like, of course she probably isn't dead, but it's like right now in this new multiverse saga, phase 5, 6, wherever Marvel is, she's out the game. She dead, kinda. That's what they made it seem like. So they haven't announced anything Wanda-esque that I know of. So I don't know, maybe Loki season 2. I don't know. They've already announced Secret War of Kang Dynasty, blah, blah, blah.
Marvel has done something silly like this before with its film. It could be called Wanda, and it starts off with not her at the beginning of the first 2 episodes or the first episode.
They could, but they just haven't announced any progression with Wanda after Multiverse of Madness.
I said the only as of news that I have regarding those series is I believe they're going to do something with the Netflix people. They're trying to work up.
As they should. They didn't stay away from Danny Rand's that guy's version of Iron Fist. Stay away from that. Jessica Jones and the Purple Man, aka Kilgrave, that wasn't bad, but that was resolved in that show. It's like bring Bernthal's Punisher, okay. Charlie
Yeah,
Cox's
as
Matt
as as
Murdock,
well. I
he's
think
already been
as
there.
well. I think that we're
Bring
going to
old
see
boys Luke
appearances of
Cage,
Moon
cool.
Knight and Moon and some of those characters. We'll probably see those characters show up in those Netflix characters show up on other shows.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You can
That's
see
some. That's my
their
assumption.
own version of a Midnight Suns or something like that. But just if you're gonna bring Iron Fist over, make sure you get another actor. Make sure you get
Somebody
something
who knows
different.
martial arts as well.
Was he a bad actor?
He's not a bad actor, but he was bad at that role, and he didn't care
Iron
to
Fist is
learn
supposed to be
martial
one of
arts.
the best martial artists in Marvel.
I don't know. I feel like if you
outside
can
of
get a good enough
Shang-Chi.
script, and get enough direction, you can be really good
Yeah,
at it.
His dialogue is corny.
Because in
but-
my opinion, Christian Bale's Batman is horrible, but he has amazing movies.
Yo, I
I'm
said
with you
that
there.
every
I'm with you
time.
there
I
as
was
well.
like, out of all the Batmans, I think his Batman is ass, but it's in an amazing
Yeah, he's
movie.
lucky.
It's in an amazing movie with amazing production, editing, direction, led by tremendous villains. Christian Bale's Batman is ass.
And in my opinion, I would say
I tried to tell Paul. I tried to tell Paul and Omar.
in my opinion, I'd say Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man isn't that bad either, but he just had horrible direction and bad movie.
You're speaking to the choir.
I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm with you. We
Listen,
here. We
like,
here.
look at how good he was in
We
No
here.
Way Home. He was fantastic.
We here.
I'm with you.
We
I'm
are
with you.
here.
Toby's my least favorite Spider-Man.
Oh Jesus! I dropped you guys. My bad.
Toby ain't that good either, honestly.
That's
I
what I
mean,
said.
he's
That's-
good. I mean, he's
He
better.
was just the first one we had.
He's better than Andrew to me, but I mean, he's not that. I mean, he's not that amazing at the character.
Yeah, I got no
I
arguments.
mean, the Spider-Man we got
I'm
for him was
completely
all
agreeing.
CGI. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me say this then. Okay, I think in terms of like being just Spider-Man the hero, I guess I'd say the best is probably Andrew, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the best Peter was probably Tobey Maguire to me. I think he was the best Peter Parker.
I'm not mad at that.
He got. Yeah.
The only thing that I'm gonna throw in is that, rest in peace, Stan Lee was alive to see the first, see him in Civil War and to see Tom Holland play in his first Spider-Man role.
Yeah.
And second one with Mysterio. And he said that Tom Holland was closest to what he imagined live action Spider-Man would be.
Yeah, he did say that. You're right.
His actions, his turmoil and how they created that on screen of him being in high school and that whole, hey guys, just trying to be the neighborhood. He said that was what he wanted to convey, and Tom Holland conveyed it the best. Now, I do like others, but because Young King said that, Stan Lee said that, I
I'm on with the creator.
that just gives me Tom Holland a little bit more.
I don't mind a young Spider-Man. It's just I don't like the way they did it. I don't like the way they did it.
I feel you. Ain't no lies there.
Like, his whole trilogy shouldn't just be him like in high school. That's just
I like
dumb to
Spider-Man
me.
to have zingers and be funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, notice how in the other movies with Toby, Andrew, like their Peter Parkers weren't in high school that long. It was very short-lived.
Yeah, that's true. But I also think that's why Stan liked Tom Holland.
Yeah, that
because it showed him because he became Spider-Man at 16.
Yeah.
And so it showed his high school woes and how he dealt with that, and it was just like even with Miles, even though Intro to Spider-Verse is like, yeah, you're in this dormitory high school thing, they don't really show that.
SSJ, bro.
Like
Toby was literally only that good because of the writing and the direction. Like let's be honest here. If he had a horrible movie and like a horrible writing or whatever, he would not be seen as the best Spider-Man.
I thought Green Goblin made that.
Joker's Jared Leto.
What'd you say, Jay?
I thought Green Goblin made that movie. Yeah.
William.
He's amazing. Now he was amazing. He was amazing. Like
William could play
bad script, good script, doesn't matter. He's amazing.
William killed Green Goblin. He'd have been a good Carnage. He'd have been an epic Joker.
Yeah.
He'd have been a good.
He's good, dude. He's just amazing.
Dude, he'd have been a good.
He was born to play villains.
Ulysses Claw. He'd have been. He had.
He was born to play villains.
Even
that comic narration of our perception of a villain. He meets it with his voice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, even in Far From Home, when they're in the apartment thing before their fight, and Spider-Man finally gets his whatever, and it's just like that Spider-Man senses whatever like that, and dudes go, Norman's on sabbatical, honey, and he starts getting into his stuff like that, and then this whole speech, God's blah blah blah, stuff like that, and that whole fight, smiling while he's getting punched and stuff like that. I was just like,
he said his acting was good too. What do you mean?
His acting is.
On a scale of 1 to 10. I give Tobey Maguire's acting like a 6 or a 7. I swear to God.
Hey, look. Tell me y'all don't cringe when y'all watch him when he had the symbiote dancing on that piano, walking down the street, being.
Well, I mean, that wasn't his fault. That was just the movie's fault. Like that was just bad. That was just bad direction.
Spider-Man to do that, bro.
That was just bad direction. That wasn't Tobey's fault. But.
No.
But if you're going to like Tobey's best scenes, like he's.
No, Tobey made that whole choreography of himself. I'm not mistaken.
He did, but they told him to do something.
They told him no, yeah.
They told him to do something.
And that's what he came up with.
That's what he came up with. So, but if they never told him, it was like, hey, bro, don't do nothing. You're going to be okay. But they allowed you to be cringy, my guy. So, like.
That dude was cringe. Cringe City. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
Let's be honest. It doesn't take that much. I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't take that much talent to play Peter Parker. Or am I wrong about that? Like, he's a quiet, self-reserved kid, or like man, like
because we've seen the story done so many times, real life, comic, and animation. It's kind of like, yeah, we get the trope. How hard is it to be a high school kid? It just got his powers. Like, whatever. So I understand.
I want Spider-Man to be witty. I like the jokey Spider-Man. Some people.
Yeah,
I do too.
Randy Spider-Man wasn't that witty.
That's what the Spider can. You know, like that. Yeah. I mean, I will say this real quick. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 3, and Ultimate. They do kind of. It's like. They make Spider-Man the trope that he was before. You know what I mean? How he always joked in the middle of a fight. Always said random stuff. Always never took a fight seriously. Blah blah blah. It does what a spider can. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do whatever. Like just whatever. Just shudder. Whatever. When he does his moves, it kind of did that a little bit in Across the Spider-Verse when Miles didn't take Spot seriously in the first fight.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of how he always was joking around with stuff. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man didn't do that. Garfield's kind of did.
Yeah.
Garfield's did, and then Tom Holland did, but he did it on some innocent type stuff. Like it was just kind of just like, whoa, you have a metal arm? Like, have you guys ever?
He was
that
the
really
best
old
to me in
Aliens?
Civil War.
It's just like so. It was harmless, but it wasn't the same type of trope. But
Disney is trying to make that version of him like the worst, because like they're like making him so just not the traditional Spider-Man that we know. Like, did y'all see that scene in Far From Home? They got cut out in the beginning where he's fighting the guys in the freaking, I forgot what they were at, but like he's fighting.
Yeah, and he was talking about the cops. Yeah, like, I'm doing your job.
that whole scene was just that whole scene was just classic Spider-Man. And they cut it.
It actually was not, and they actually said that was a whole thing on Twitter before it became X. Wow, that's still Twitter to me.
Yeah,
forget all that. Anyway, that had like hundreds of thousands of not retweets but favorites that was saying like, why did they cut this?
Yeah.
Why did they cut this? They were like, this is classic Spider-Man. Yeah. This is Spider-Man from the PS5 or PS4, whatever that they're doing. The main storyline, all of his jokes that he was putting in, the way he was acting like, oh, it was hurt.
Yeah, dude, that was dope.
So like this, his interaction.
That's one of Tom's best moments as Spider-Man.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, you are right. Yeah, why they cut that out? I have no idea.
I can't find any genuine like reason that's why they cut that.
There's no genuine reason. Maybe it's a time thing. I don't know, but it's like that's so cut.
I know, right? At least something else.
Like that's Spidey. That's Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Spidey right there.
Yep.
Yes, you are 100% right. Yes, you're 100% right. Jeff, if you don't know about that scene, I'll gladly post that scene in the Discord.
Oh yeah.
That may have been one of the most disappointing deleted scenes that MCU has ever done. Honestly, if not the most.
Wow. Yeah, you might be right.
If not the most, honestly. There was one very disappointing scene, which actually me and SSJ were talking about last time when we were debating our Thanos, that the Russo brothers felt that might have been a little bit too dark for a PG-13 movie. Is that if you remember in Endgame, right before they time traveled, they sent Nebula first. You know what I mean? The Nebula still had a chip on her shoulder to prove something to her father. And he knew that his head got cut off. The Avengers did whatever they did because they were trying to prevent what he had already enacted, which is being Thanos won. So he was just like, Nebula, you go ahead, be some covert, whatever, using Tony Stark's time machine. Before I come there, it was Thanos in 2012. He went down and fought the Avengers, killed all the Avengers, decapitated Steve Rogers, and then when he showed up in present day Endgame, threw Captain America's head at Captain America. It was just like, I already beat y'all. What hope you already have type deal. And the Russo brothers thought that was too dark to show a decapitated Steve Rogers, stuff like that. So they cut that. And I was just like, fam, you should have kept that in.
Let's be honest here. They cut it for the sole purpose of Disney, not them.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was Disney, not necessarily their writing. It was
I highly doubt they just
how PG can we keep it? You're right.
Yep.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But I wish they'd have kept that. It was like I already.
That's why you never see a rated R Star Wars film. Because George Lucas doesn't. Well, he never wanted Star Wars to be like dark. Like he wants it to be for everyone, like kids too. Like everyone's like, oh, Star Wars film. It'll never happen. So stop asking for it. It's never gonna happen.
I feel that. I will say this real quick, 15 seconds on Star Wars. So I want to get on to it because I have not participated in the Ahsoka viewership. Not that I have a problem with it or anything like that, but I did get a glimpse of how Anakin was using his Force Ghost towards Ahsoka, which actually really does prove a lot of his power for not getting into that. But when he told her she lacked conviction, he was walking up towards her and he's switching between Darth Vader and I was just like,
I'm getting hyped again thinking about it, bro.
I mean, okay.
You lack conviction.
But if
he was walking towards
the music, man.
Vader and Anakin.
The music was so good.
But hey,
I was just like,
if anybody were to dislike the Ahsoka series, wouldn't it have? It was just perfect timing for Anakin to come in, considering that that's his apprentice.
Yeah, it was. The only other time I felt that way, like there he is, was in Rogue One. When they're trying to keep that stuff away from Vader, and Vader shows up in the hallway, and boys like knocking, help us! Like they couldn't get out, and Vader is just hitting on boys. And that first comes out, and you see the red saber. I still remember being in theaters on the Rogue One.
I'm still waiting on like an
we had at least 7 people stand up on that. I was like, let's go.
I'm still waiting on an official explanation as to how Anakin was able to do that in the world between worlds, talking to Ahsoka, because like, I don't know if that was actually him.
No, I sent Jeff here a video
that video
about
I sent y'all about Anakin being OP. Answers
it's in the Discord. It's in the Discord.
I put it in your Discord as well.
Stupendous Wave. Yeah, his name is Stupendous Wave, and there's another one.
He's a good show.
He actually explains it why, and he talks about the Force up. You know what? I'm not even.
Was it confirmed though? Because the show didn't actually explain how that happened though.
Yeah, you are right. The show didn't confirm anything, but based off of what the canon continuity knows about what Force Ghosts can do, what Force Spirits can do, and what I forget the next word, which is why I don't want to speak too much on it because I'm doing it injustice.
It goes as far as
he actually speaks on to like
dark energy.
Yeah, he speaks on it into a way that it makes complete sense, dude. I've
Well, from my
watched the video
thought
at least
process
3 or
behind
4
it,
times.
I'm just gonna assume that like, cause where she was is called the world between worlds, right? It's like the most powerful place in the forest. So like,
Oh,
if you ask me, I'm trying.
forest priest.
Okay,
Forest
yeah.
priest. That's the word. Forest priest. Yes. And these forest priests, they never, ever, ever truly die. And it was Jedi, with enough knowledge of the Force, whether it would be midichlorian account or whatever like this, can not only transcend Force ghosts, but transcend themselves into Force priests to actually manipulate the physical world and to the world between worlds, what they were doing, to become tangible. And the videos is by author Stupendous Wave. He's an amazing author. His Star Wars stuff is crazy. Actually, after this, I'll repost it in Jeff's Discord. But he actually makes perfect sense of it, though. And it's I'm just gonna
If
leave
anyone
it at
can
that,
do that, it should be Anakin, but only him, because he's the chosen one.
Yeah,
he's the chosen one.
You said it.
Exactly.
You said the word.
Not Luke. Not Luke. It's Anakin.
You're right.
But even though the strongest Force user, y'all hip to the chick with the A word? I'm not trying to spoil nothing. You don't know about her yet.
Who?
The strongest Force user in all Star Wars, Aboleth. You know about Aboleth?
Aboleth?
That sounds familiar. Is she canon?
Aboleth. Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not.
Canon. Y'all know about Aboleth? I don't care about anything Sidious, Valkorian, old Sis, Grey Jedi, Revan, Luke, Anakin. No one comes close.
Let me see what this girl is.
No one comes. And you're gonna see a chick with a smile that's all ripped up to her ear with a whole bunch of teeth.
I might have seen her before.
No one comes close to Aboleth. Nothing and no one. Luke kind of had an interaction with her, and Luke was just like, I gotta tuck my tail between my legs and run for my life, bro. He can't even, I mean, he did something to kind of contain her.
When was she introduced and created?
It was only introduced in the comic book. She has never been in live action.
I mean, I guess I was asking what year. Is this older? Is she fairly new?
We're talking late. We're talking early 2000s.
I've never heard of this person before. Wow.
Aboleth, actually, Abe. Let me see how I spell it.
Star Wars 3 made a video about her. Wow. Here comes a tale of the most evil and powerful being in Star Wars. What?
Ma, you sitting there sounding like, how did I not know?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty in the Star Wars game, bro. So I'm shocked. I'm shocked I didn't know who this person was. She might be an EU character and extended universe character.
Okay.
As we
you feeling a bit better now, Ma?
Speak.
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm like
nothing.
70%.
Nothing.
Okay.
She's ridiculous.
It was bad though at one point, bro. Like I couldn't say a single word. I couldn't speak.
I might touch 10,000 views in 48 hours. I've never done this before.
Oh, from a short?
No, it's a combination of just videos. Yeah, I mean, majority of it is from my shorts, but like I've got my actual BG video is going about like about 3 weeks strong. Put it
BG.
I'll throw it on. Yeah. That one, I think that one
right there.
I'm about to put it in here. I'm about to share screen. What I did notice is my videos come in smoother. If I share a video, we all have to turn our cameras off. It might just be my camera, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Wait, are you using a laptop still?
Yeah.
It's not your camera. It's your laptop. That's all it is.
Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is it runs smoother when I turn my video off while I'm
got you.
sharing video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. I'm about to put this video in here now. Y'all actually might be fine. It might just be me that I have to turn my camera off.
First one, the second is short, and you probably prefer the short. They got so many things running on my thing on my head. So I was doing that little slight money match
surrounding and binding all living things that exist in the Star Wars universe.
Boom.
Many are
The second one I just sent you better, honestly. But if you want to play this one, this is cool.
In the Sith.
Because the second one I just sent you gets right to it. But yeah.
Okay.
Because the other one I think I gave you was like 15 minutes long. I don't know if you want to do that.
I got you. Give me a second.
Yeah, the second one is a short. It's better, but there's a multitude, hundreds of videos on Aboleth, and actually many Sith Lords' interactions with her, even Luke's interaction with her, how Yoda never even tried to. You know what? I'm just gonna try and find that yourself. I've researched into her, and woo, that one there.
Was once a mortal woman who lived among the Celestials of Mortis, the ones that Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan met during the Clone Wars. This family consisted of the father who embodied balance, the daughter who embodied the light, and the son who embodied the darkness. Because she lived with the Celestials for so long, she eventually filled the role of the Mother of Mortis, becoming part of the family. As she was only a mortal, however, she became old and chose to drink from the font of power and bathed in the pool of knowledge, promising her immortality. This corrupted her mind and body, turning her into the embodiment of chaos and wreaking havoc across the galaxy. She could only be killed by the mystical dagger of Mortis. As a result, the Celestials imprisoned her in a cluster of black holes called the Maw, which can be seen in Solo: A Star Wars Story. Subscribe for the full story. The most powerful and terrifying character in Star Wars.
I'm fully aware of the Mortis, like the father, the sister, and the son, but like I don't remember them like mentioning a mother. If they did, I forgot, but like that's crazy. I mean, it does make sense though that it should be a mother, but I don't remember them ever mentioning a mother on Mortis. That's one of the best arcs in Clone Wars too. Like Jay, you should watch that. Like watch the Mortis arc. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Like it's literally about just like the father, the daughter, and the son. The father represents the dark and light side of the Force. The son is just pure dark side, and the daughter is the pure light side. It's like a 3-episode arc. It's amazing. It's so amazing. And like the father knows that Anakin is the chosen one. He wants Anakin to become the new father. Like it's crazy. Because he's the chosen one, and man.
Well, I'm gonna have to, man. I gotta get caught up on my films. I watched Strays for the first time last night
because I went through and all that. Sorry.
I highly recommend watching Strays. But I'm not to catch up. You said it was
Strays.
Those episodes you recommended to me.
Yeah, it's the Clone Wars and the Mortis arc. It's like 3 episodes.
Okay. Okay.
Man, I actually have a boatload of
what you
things
throwing
to
here?
share, Star Wars wise. Let's do a better description of her. Outside of the 15-minute video, but I know you're gonna do your homework regardless. But I just thought I'd throw it in there for the stream. But I have a whole bunch of things. CGI videos as well. I mean, talking about Emperor, my personal Revenant Emperor Valkorion, who is stronger than Sidious. Everyone gives Sidious the greatest Sith. The Siths were stronger longer ago than they were in previous time, but that nigga Valkorion.
Yep. Yeah. The Sith literally was the ruler of the Force at one point. It was the Sith who were on top.
Dude, man, his 2 sons as well. I put the videos. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Put the videos in Discord as well. But, oh man. You get some time for some
That dude
Star
looks scared.
Wars.
He looks scared in that
I got
thumbnail.
some. You see how I
He
said
looked
Abla, she got
terrified.
all them teeth and stuff like that? Yeah, bro. She's ridiculous.
I say we're gonna finish this stream on this advocates video.
And I'm about
But
to
let's get
flood the
into it.
Discord.
Go, yeah, let's say go
I'm about
ahead,
to
man.
flood the Discord. I'm do CGI video. They're gonna put them in order. I'm gonna show you Han Solo's grandfather before he had the Millennium Falcon. I'm about
12 times stronger than Legends Luke Skywalker. 100 years before any of the Star Wars movies, there was a servant who worked for the Mortis gods that we actually got to meet in Clone Wars. The servant who worked for them was a mortal woman, and she grew to love the son and the daughter equally, and eventually she was accepted into the family and became the mother. As she grew older, she was scared of dying and being separated from her family, so she decided to bathe in the pool of knowledge so that she could become immortal. Now, she did become immortal, but unfortunately, she was corrupted and she became known as Abeloth, who represents balance in the Force by bringing chaos. Abeloth was so powerful that she was going to cause a galaxy-wide extinction, and the only way she could be stopped was by being trapped inside multiple black holes by the Mortis gods themselves. Eventually, she escaped because the Mortis gods died in Clone Wars, so if you want a video about the rest of her story, you gotta follow. This Star Wars character that barely anybody knows about is stated to be 12 times stronger than
the
Legends.
first video I sent
so
you,
she-
the 15-minute video, it really goes into it.
She came back
she
after
is
the
it.
events of the Clone Wars? What?
It, bro. She's it. Luke even goes up against her like 2 or 3 separate times. And the first time he goes up against her, he's nearly crushed to death. His organs are just by her force pressure, and he's not
Dude,
even.
I wonder if
near
Luke
her,
knows
bro.
about the Mortis.
It's not really, like, they have a comic story and everything, dude. I'm gladly gonna send it and put it all.
Bro, I
on
wonder
this
if he knows about the Mortis
Gladly,
gods.
gladly.
Like, I'm sure he
So-
might know. Someone have to tell him.
Oh, dude.
Luke.
You talking about? Oh, Luke.
Like,
Oh,
whether it was
okay,
Anakin told him in the
Oh,
Force
man,
Ghost, or
I'm gonna-
Obi-Wan, or Ahsoka might have told him too. Who knows?
Cindy.
Because like they were there, like Ahsoka,
I got some
Obi-Wan,
shit to send y'all.
and Anakin. They went to Mortis. They met the Mortis gods.
Yeah, they did. They do it, and it's in this comic. It's
That's
in
one of
this-
the best arcs in
Dude,
Star Wars.
Forget the Discord,
sounds
bro.
like
I'm
you
about
have to go to
put
your
20
comic book
posts,
store or
bro.
get your.
I'm about to put 20
Yeah,
posts.
I've been super
in the
interested in
Discord
the
as soon as this
Mortis-
turns out. I'm about to go boom,
the
boom,
Mortis
boom,
stuff
boom,
in
boom,
Star
boom,
Wars.
boom, and then CGI video, boom, 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 boom. Sadil, Dark Maul's
Oh yeah,
brother.
Savage
You know about
Press.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he died was kind of bad. But anyway, I'm about to just put.
Dude, that fight when
talking Star Wars.
when Savage and Maul fought Sidious in Clone Wars, that was crazy.
Did Ahsoka end? We have more episodes of Ahsoka, right?
What happened with
You
Ahsoka?
must go, Sadil.
We have more episodes, don't we?
Oh, I think it's like 2 more
When's the next episode?
tomorrow.
Watch party tomorrow?
Have you seen the last one? Episode 6?
If I did, was it last
Yeah.
week? I didn't watch it. I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Okay, yeah, because yeah, there's 2 more. It's 8 in total.
I was about to, yeah, the last episode I saw was the one I watched with you. I thought they took like a
I've
2
been
week
on
break
my
or
King
something.
and Asher on Netflix. And
They say
Bleach.
Anakin might come back again for the same
That's
episode.
Oh,
That's
I may
what
have to
I
hop
Okay,
in
yeah.
on there with y'all.
Because Thrawn, because at the end of episode 7, Thrawn wanted to know Ahsoka's like background or whatever, and like
That's
he
Blue Cat,
knows,
right?
huh? Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. My bad.
And
I knew
Thrawn,
that. I don't-
he has not like close ties, but he has ties to Anakin and Darth Vader. He knows who they are.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that would be cool if he found out that Anakin was her master or whatever.
Yeah, but I was about to say we can do a watch party tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down.
Really quick,
I was
random.
about to say,
Have you backtracked a year and a half ago? Have you caught up on the anthology Star Wars Visions,
I'm not.
Jeff? Oh man, you got to see that. You might want to do
Visions
a
is
view party
dope.
with that. Visions is dope, especially this is about 4 episodes. Really, 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 really dope. But if you care about things like for example, Netflix's Love, Death, and Robots, bro. Yeah,
yeah, I really like Love, Death,
if
and
you
Robots.
like Love, Death, and Robots, it's the same type of thing. It's an anthology.
Actually, you put me on Love,
Yeah,
Death, and
it's just
Robots.
like it's a certain season follows or whatever, course or like that, and they just let the different producers, animators, illustrators, creators just be like, hey man, this is what we on this season. Go off. That's what Visions is, man. And like the feudal Japan Sith battles. I mean, just
Yeah.
oh man, there's a lot. I'm sure Maul has seen it. But
Yeah, I've
if
seen
you
it,
do
yeah.
you do a watch party with it, I mean, I've seen them at least 7 times a piece. I'll watch it again, man. It's you will like it. You will like it. I'll say that.
Well, okay, what we could do? I mean, tomorrow.
Wait until Ahsoka ends. Yeah.
What time? Okay, yeah, I was about to say, what time you gonna be available tomorrow?
I'm free all day tomorrow, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, as soon as it comes out, I can watch
tomorrow. But my class will
Yeah,
end.
Maul's gonna be the one. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. We can. I didn't know if I can host or you. Well, there's no hosting because we're watching Ahsoka, but we'll all be in here together. I won't be live. I don't think we'll be able to be live. We'll be able to do a reaction.
8:30 or afterwards, I'll be free. But yeah, I got my little class.
We're probably shooting for like probably 9 our time. Maul's an hour from us. Maul's up north.
Oh, okay. Wait, how north? Because we kind of north.
Like Maryville, Gary.
Ain't that much north. Oh, so that's different than Indy?
1 hour. He's 1 hour behind us.
Really? Damn. All right. You're 2 hours from us. And
My fault, saying that out loud, but
we gonna know where he at.
No, you good,
now, right?
Nigga, I'm coming to you. We in Indianapolis.
Man, they just doxing me live on YouTube.
We in Indy. Pull up. I'm playing. No, I'm playing. Don't pull up. Please don't do that.
I mean, I met Maul at the Chicago Comic Con.
Yes, sir.
C2E2. Julian, I've known. I mean, technically, I've been around Julian since I was in middle school, just as long. I kind of ran into Paul around the same time.
We know each other way too damn long. We in our 30s. We knew each other when we were 15, 16. And we started kicking it in our mid 20s, and then we ain't been inseparable since. So shit.
That's beautiful.
Pretty much.
Long ass time.
Yep.
20 plus years.
But yeah, fellas, we're just Ahsoka thing tomorrow. I'm about to end this stream.
Oh wait, okay, real quick.
You guys.
We're good, sir. Remember when I dropped you off barbershop? I said I was going to the mall to get some stuff for my nephew's Spider-Man's birthday and stuff like that. I picked you up something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tell you about it, but I picked you up something not to get to you.
Oh yeah?
I think you're gonna fuck with it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think you are. But I'm looking at your background here. You gotta get a little bit of nerdum back there. You got a little bit too much nice books back there. Where your figurines, where your comics.
This man's in the library right now.
Yeah, you got a little UFO. That needs to be some Silver Surfer stuff. You need to have some Dark Side business, some Last Ronin. You gotta have some Smash Brothers. You gotta have somebody. What's your background doing? Now me,
when I get my
crib, so again,
listen. When I get my computer bundle, all this right here is going to be a digital green screen. I'm gonna make it
that's what I'm doing. Is I'm redoing my room. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. Yeah.
I'm just going to use the this service's green screen, and not to mention this is the girls' playrooms, bro. These are LOL dolls.
Yeah, LOL was right.
LOL.
First off, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't gonna be on here.
Said, y'all ain't about to just be. I feel you. But no, I got you something that's worth a display. And I end up getting me my new little stuff like that. You know, I like to build Gundams, so I got me another one.
I appreciate it. Hot Toys just came out with Evil Miles Morales with the braids, and they came out with
cool. My name's Miles
and they came out with Spider Punk.
Dude, he's the best thing about it.
He's the best design. I want to hurry up and get that.
He doesn't
before the
even look
price
like
goes
that
up
in the
any
comics,
higher.
so I'm glad they changed the way he looked in the movie. But yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I got a list of figurines that I want, but I'm gonna probably make those two priorities.
Athens' birthday. I'm gonna say this real quick. My nephew's birthday, Sunday. It was all Spider-Man related. So I had 3 layers of Spider-Man stuff on. I had a Spider-Man hoodie that was like spray painted. That was like on some Miles Morales type stuff. But then it was too hot, so I switched to Rick and Morty. But my undershirt though was Hubie Brown, black Hubie Brown, steampunk, whatever like this. But the drawers though, pause, was Ben Riley's Scarlet Spider. I was like, yo, I'm Spider-Man out. We went to this indoor playground for kids called Smiley's in Castleton off of 96th Street. And yeah, there was some little kids in there trying to like throw some balls and dunk on some balls on my nephew. And I was like, bro, I had to like Hulk out. I had to just be like, just push some little kids over in the ball pit, be like, Jesus is here. You know what I mean? I just
Dumping balls on your nephew was crazy.
Fam, I didn't say dunking balls on my nephew. I said dunking balls on little kids. Oh, yeah, actually, if I said little kids, that's even more crazy. Hey, yo, that's crazy. You're right. That's crazy. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. That's Hall of Fame. That's crazy. You're right. Cut the camera. Cut the camera. Log off.
Nah, but this should be a fun.
That sounds like a good time, man. I'm glad you was able to enjoy it.
They had a little air gun to put pause. You know, like Chuck E. Cheese, the little ball pit. Pause. You can put balls in there and like shoot air guns at the little kids, bro. This is crazy. Never mind. I can't finish these sentences. Never mind. This shooting balls at kids. I just said that. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Never mind.
Did you have to register before you came up?
I'm about to pull up child CPS right now. I'm gonna tell him my damn self. God damn it. Oh damn! I'm catching strays right now. Pause.
I got you.
Yeah, but nah, it was
this should be a fun winter and fall because the strike is about to be over. I'm pretty sure the writer's strike.
Yeah,
okay. Here's the thing: yeah. They're still anticipating the act. Just because they made the little bit of their deal, the actors still continue. Like they didn't fulfill everybody's needs. They only picked one side.
Well, aren't they meeting like tomorrow or something like that? Like I heard they're meeting pretty soon.
They're assuming there's a proposal unless they're going to do some more negotiating to go along with it. My rebuttal to what you were saying was based off of what CNN knows. Mm-hmm. So I don't even find that valuable itself anymore.
Well, I mean, even if we don't have anything confirmed yet, this does mean that it'll be over soon, though. Like this won't keep going on too much longer. Like this is the biggest news we've got from it in months.
But by the time the strike's over with, Deadpool 3 is just going to be called Here Comes the X-Men.
Yeah, that's me at this point. I'm ready for some more Deadpool 3 news.
You know they do need to hurry about, and I'm not going to make a point about it. They need to hurry up and put this Blade film out. Marshala Ali turns 51 next week.
Blade is in the dumpster,
or next month or something like that. It's like y'all got a 51-year-old playing Blade.
That's why I told you. I said, why did y'all pick him over Wesley Snipes?
I'm saying, like, y'all gotta do something with him.
And one actually knows martial arts.
I know Black don't crack, but like it's gonna be something soon.
I tell y'all what, I'd rather see Wesley Snipes with Botox. I ain't gonna lie.
He said it. You know, I just look the way that looks.
He still knows kung fu, bitches.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, man, they should have made Michael Jai White.
That too. They're not too far from each other in age either.
Yeah, but at least he looks the part.
Yeah.
He looks the part. Mashallah, he's like, you got all them problems with the right. But I ain't gonna get into all that. But they just need COVID, writer strikes, weather complications.
We'll see Wesley Snipes in Secret Invasion with Nick Fury.
Wait, Secret Invasion what?
That Nick Fury Secret Invasion movie?
Yeah.
It's gonna have Wesley Snipes in it as Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Secret Invasion already came out. Oh, you mean Secret Wars?
Secret Wars.
Yeah, you mean Secret Wars. Okay, yeah.
I meant Secret Wars.
Yeah, okay.
I heard that
We'll see
Kevin
what
Feige is like ending like everything though. After I think
after the Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty stuff,
yeah,
he should and give the world some reprieve for at least 5 to 6, 7 years. So we're not.
I think
like,
it should reboot entirely. Like I don't know about y'all, but I want to see Iron Man again, dude.
They just superhero movies need to get. I mean, to be honest with you, they need to have people miss these movies.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying after the multiverse saga, I think they're actually gonna have the bad guy truly win this time, not just end it on some Infinity War. Like let Kang, Galactus, or the Celestials actually be like, hey, not a snap necessarily, but like y'all lose, or not the way y'all want it to go. Come back 5, 6, 7 years, maybe even a decade, and be like, y'all ready for this? Here we go. And then restart it. You know what I'm saying? And they do that because, I mean, they've had the magic since 2007, 2008. They lost a little bit of it, but it's still what it is. And people still care enough about it. And I just think, get through what you're going on right now. Now that Jonathan Majors is looking like he's about 90 to 80% going to be this case. Finish off with Kang. Get the Secret Wars out, whether you put the Beyonder in there or not. You've already announced that you're going to bring in Galactus, Dr. Doom, and the Fantastic Four. And he said that I did see something like this, that when they bring in Fantastic Four, we're not doing origins. We're hitting the ground running. Y'all already know who Reed Richards is. You know who Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and then Ben Grimm is. You know what I mean? So they're coming in almost the same way John Krasinski came in, being an Illuminati. You knew who Reed Richards was. I'm already in the Illuminati. They're hitting it like, you know who the Fantastic Four is. We're the new family. We're a variant. Kang has already won over here. This is what you need to do, and you need to prepare for Galactus. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how they're going to do it. I hope that's how they do it. We'll see, though. We'll see. Give us that, and then go away for half a decade or so. Get us excited again, and we'll come back to it.
Just reel us back in.
I mean, do you really think though that Disney will let them just not make content for that long? Like, that's why we had Phase 4 was so bad. They just kept like they went like double the content.
I think Phase 4
TV shows, but movie wise, theaters in general are going to change, guys. Anyway, in the next couple of years, we're either going to see shorter films or we're going to see cheaper budget. These large budgeted films, one of the two is going to happen. They're not making that much money.
We ain't seeing cheaper budget. I know
They're just so dumb, though. It's like, just go back to the drawing board. Like Phase 1, 2, 3, like that worked. Just go back to that.
We got greedy, and now the Marvel base demands multiple, at least 3 to 4 great Marvel movies a year. That's what it was. They got greedy, and Marvel and Disney needs to go ahead and keep up with that greed and say, "Oh, we got the money for it, but now we need to keep up for it." And they've fallen off in writing, direction.
They're trying to catch that green all over, that green that they had before.
I've said before in your channel, it's like they want to go ahead and recount the magic of the buildup of the Infinity Saga when we had Infinity War, to the few movies in between, not Infinity War, Civil War, a few movies in between, Infinity War, the 2 movies in between, and Endgame. They're trying to build that magic up again. And it's just like, realistically, you're not going to do it, but you can get close to it. You know what I mean? But putting stuff out, boom, 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 boom. Yes, theoretically, and social media wise, it is what we want, but you're milking it too much. You know what I mean?
I think we all need some rest.
Yeah, and things become diluted. You know what I mean? And it's just like we're getting too much of it, even though that is what the fan base was demanding. So you wouldn't lose any steam. Because of that, you've been putting out lesser quality, and now we're getting tired of the lesser quality. So now it's just like, just give us the big shit so we can go ahead and get to the finale. Let it rest for a bit and then come back.
That's just sad though. It's like they really think we're just idiots. Like, it took them this long to realize that, this stuff is pretty garbage. We should switch things up.
It's that game. I mean, for some people like Game of Thrones, the way they drew things out too. There's not much to compete with it as far as the saga of content.
That's a good connection.
You know,
outside of the last
to
two seasons, Game of Thrones had it. Yeah.
At this point, I'm like kind of, I wouldn't say done with the MCU, but like I don't really care as much for MCU anymore. I'm just all about Star Wars and I guess DC now because the Batman.
I'm reading my book,
good, and I'm ready for part 2.
I'm reading my books. Yeah, Batman's looking good.
I'm not,
guys. I gotta end this.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say another whole point, but you know what? In your stream, my guy, I feel you. I'll save my point for next time. But I will say, prepare in the Discord. I'm about to flood the Discord. At least 20 some odd videos, Star Wars related, CGI films, blah blah stuff like that. So, real quick, did you guys see the newest death battle today? Cole Hauser versus Alex Mercer.
No, I didn't watch it.
Versus Prototype.
I'll probably check it out at work tomorrow.
Go ahead and watch that, boys.
Gotcha.
Go ahead. I'll put the things in the Discord, man. All right, y'all be safe. Okay.
All right, fellas.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely, man. The next time.